Hi, everybody. How are you today? Are you all right?
Hi, teacher. I am fine. And you?
Ready for the exam? I'm all right, thanks. Ready or not yet?
No, yet.
Not yet. Almost. We almost finished the unit. So, we are in the last unit. Yesterday we were explaining this, and we didn't check the answers. So we're going to play one more time this exercise because it's super important that you know it's a revision of all tenses, and I'll give you the answers in a moment. So one more time.
12.6 Europe, here we come.
I'm really excited about my trip to Europe. I haven't travelled much outside Australia before. Just once, 2 years ago, when I went on holiday to Bali with my family. But I've never been to Europe or the US. I often travel inside Australia. Last year, I flew to Perth to visit my cousin who lives there. It's a 5-hour flight from Sydney, where I live. Australia's a big country. Also, I've been up to Cairns in the north 3 times. I learned to scuba dive there on the Great Barrier Reef. We've just finished packing. The taxi hasn't arrived yet. We're waiting for it to take us to the airport. I've never flown on a 747 before. It's a very long flight. It takes 20 hours to get to Rome, but I'm not going to sleep on the journey. I'm going to watch films all the way. It's so exciting. I can't wait.
There you have the answers of this exercise. Some of them are implicit, some of them are explicit. For example, the first part, as we said yesterday, it talked about the experience. I haven't traveled much, no? That's why. And we have the expression before, before. On the second part, just once, 2 years ago, 2 years ago indicates that it's past simple. Yeah, I went on holiday to Bali. That's why it is went. We have the expression never be, and it is an experience as well. So I've never been to Europe or to the US. And then we have last year is past. So last year I flew to Perth to visit my cousin who lives there. Here, even though we don't know much about the context, but it is telling you that the cousin lives there. It's a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. It's information about her cousin. It's a 5-hour flight from Sydney, where I live, so it has to be present simple, no? It's a fact, information about the person. Remember that present simple is information, yeah. And it says up to Cairns 3 times. So when you say 2 times, 4 times, twice, then it is going to be present perfect, yeah. Va a ser siempre present perfect. So, for example, I can say, I've been to England 2 times. Yeah. I've been to Belgium 2 times or 3 times. When you have the expression times, it has to be present perfect. Yeah. And I learn, when you explain a situation, then it's going to be past simple. I learned to scuba dive there. And then that's it. Past simple, learned. Then we have just finished. Just, it's another expression with present perfect. And not arrived, haven't arrived yet. Yeah, yet is with present perfect as well. Here, number 12, the context tells you that wait for it to take us to the airport. Wait, then it is going to be activities happening now. Aunque no digan now, we are waiting for it to take us to the airport. The same. I have never, don't forget have, yeah. I've never flown, past participle of fly, flown on a 747 before. Yeah, before is this expression of present perfect. And it's a very long flight. It takes, yeah, normally it takes, because present simple and third person it, we have, you must add s. It takes 20 hours to get to Rome, but sleep on the journey. I'm not sleeping, puede ser present continuous, or because it's a plan, it's something in the future, aunque no nos diga tal cual, we assume that is in the future, but I'm not going to sleep on the journey. I'm going to watch. Yeah. So those are the answers for the ones who were late. We were explaining why. So depending on the context, it could be different tenses, no? Different tenses. How do I identify? Well, it varies the adverbs, no? Los adverbios, because of the adverbs. Okay, guys. Let's continue with next activity. Next activity. Why is she excited? Why is she excited? Why is Lexi excited?
Because she's trip to the Europe.
She's got a trip to Europe. Yeah, she's traveling. Has she ever traveled outside Australia? Outside, afuera, outside Australia. Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't.
She's from Australia.
Yeah. But has she traveled outside Australia?
Oh, outside Australia, no.
No, she. Negative.
No, she
She has.
No, she hasn't. Yeah. Does she travel often? Frequently? Does she travel frequently?
Yeah. En la 12 sí, ¿no?
No. Outside? No.
Porque ha ido a Bali. Bueno, fue a Bali.
Okay. Well, Bali, it's near Australia. Okay. Yes, she has. You're right. Bali is near, but it's outside. Sigue siendo outside. Bueno, entonces yes, she has.
Bali holiday with her family.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, she has. Does she often travel? Yes, she does, or no, she doesn't?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
She
yes. Why did she go to Perth?
Because she's visited her cousin.
She visited her cousin. And she learned, well, okay, where does Lexi live? Exactly. What city? Where does she live?
She lives in Australia.
Sorry, I didn't hear you well.
She lives in Australia.
Yeah, but exactly where? Hello, guys. We have.
Um, she live in the Great Reef, the last city in the. Acabando el primer párrafo. Es que no sé cómo pronunciar la ciudad. Great
Lives
Reef.
in.
She lives in Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney. Thank you. She lives in Sydney. How many?
Yo me refería a la otra.
Hmm?
Yo me refería a la otra, pero me equivoqué.
Okay, yeah. How many times has she been to Cairns?
Two times.
Three
Eh,
times.
eh,
Times.
how many times? Yeah,
3 times.
2 times. Okay. What
3.
did she do in Cairns? What did she do in Cairns?
She learned to scuba dive in the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, okay. How are they going to the airport? Yeah, Kotsi, Karen, Sayuri, how are they going to the airport? Ari?
Taxi.
By taxi. Yeah, by taxi.
By taxi.
How long does the flight to Rome take?
20 hours.
3 hours.
It takes 20 hours. Mhm.
3 hours.
And what is she going to do in the flight?
She's going to watch a movie and she's not going to sleep.
Yes, correct. Okay, correct. Perfect. So we have an activity talking about speaking. We are going to practice some activities here. We are on this page. Yeah. Unit 12. Page 123, activity number 3, activity number 3, activity number 4. Y nos vamos a regresar un poquito. These activities, have you ever done these things in your life? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. And you can tell more explanation about it, no? Have you won a competition? Yes, I have. I remember that 2 years ago, I went running. So I won a competition in a marathon, no? Have you ever met a famous person? Yes, I have. I met Guillermo Ochoa in Italy. No? That have you ever appeared on YouTube? Of course, because I upload my classes on YouTube, no? Have you ever slept in a tent? When you go camping, slept in a tent? Yes, I have. Last time I went to Las Estacas, yeah? And I slept in a tent. Have you ever failed an exam? Yes, I have. It was a math exam, no? So one person asked una persona pregunta, have you ever? And the other person, yes, I have. No, I haven't. And you can give more information, So activity number 4, activity number 3. Activity number 3 is, have you checked your emails yet? Yes, I've just checked them. Aquí el propósito es que usen just. I've just checked them. Remember to put the verbs in past participle, yeah? And use the present perfect structure. Oh, no, not yet. No, I haven't done it yet. So for example, here, checked, had, made, did, done, tidied, taken, met, finish. Don't forget these past participle verbs. Yep. So 3 activities, 3, 4, and the page before here, page 121. Yep. Enter to your room so you can practice, guys. Enter, please, to your room so you can practice. Hi, Haritze, Elizabeth, Kevin, please enter to your chat rooms. So what is the correct here? Number one, first or second?
Number 2, second.
Incorrect. Ya tienes una mala en el
Yes.
examen, Michael.
First,
¿Por qué no
Por el
es
yesterday,
perfect?
¿no?
Yeah, pero si es yesterday, entonces ¿qué es? ¿Present perfect o past simple?
Past simple.
Ya una mala en el examen. Ya. ¿Qué pasó, Michael? What happened? Number 2, which one is correct?
Have you ever met my cousin?
Are you sure? ¿Seguro?
Yeah,
Of course it is. Why? ¿Por qué no es correcta la primera?
Porque es el did ya en pasado y el met ya está en
Ajá.
su forma pasada, no puede ser eso.
Exactly, we have did. Y aparte tenemos ever. ¿Cuándo usamos
Ever.
in past perfect? Okay, so next.
Teacher.
Yes, sir.
Bueno, cuando se pregunta con ever, always, siempre se contesta, la contestación siempre es con never,
No necessarily. No.
no
Depende.
necessary.
I can say, have you ever eaten mole? Have you ever eaten green mole? Yes, I have. Or I've never I've never eaten mole, ¿no? O never también puede decir, o no,
Okay.
solamente, yeah.
Teacher,
So it varies, yeah. Yes.
en la 2 es, did you ever, bueno, si fuera la, perdón, si fuera la correcta, en lugar de met sería meet, ¿no? O sea,
Yes.
que para que estuviera correcto el did
Ujú. Pero también ever
Pero ahí
y el
omitirlo.
ever, ajá.
podría, pues nos tendríamos más que ir por el ever porque hay verbos que no cambian en ninguna forma, ¿no, teacher?
Pero
Ajá.
meet
Para
sí cambia.
diferenciar.
Yeah, meet sí cambia,
Meet
ajá.
es irregular, meet sí cambia.
With double E.
No, pero a lo que me refiero que hay ocasiones en las que no cambia, entonces nos tendríamos que ir más por el ever porque solamente siempre ese es el que se usa en presente participle, ¿no? En present
Okay.
perfect.
Like put. Yeah, like put. It doesn't change. O read. No cambia written, but read. Leer. Read. It doesn't change. Yeah, you're right. Number 3, which one is the correct? Here,
The
Number
first, la primera.
first.
number 1.
When did you go to Bali?
Yeah, exactly. Because we have to know exactly the time. And when I'm asking, when I'm asking the time, it is past simple. Number 4, which one is the correct?
Number
first
2.
one,
Number 2, nope.
the first.
The first, yes, because we had how often, normally how often it is present simple. How often do you take a taxi? Mhm. The other is not so correct. Mhm. Maybe if we omit how often, en vez de decir, are you taking a taxi? Oh, yes, I am. In this case, would be correct, no? Okay, so next, number 5, what is correct, the first or the second?
The second.
First.
The second? The first?
The first one,
The first.
The
The
first,
first.
exactly. So the other is not possible. No, someone's do, con going to, never, ever. Siempre va a ir con the verb to be. This is correct. Yeah. So next, what is the correct one?
the
6,
first.
Number 2.
number 2. Are you sure?
The first.
¿Quién dijo number 2? Who said number 2? Like is one of the verbs that we don't use in ing form. Like es uno de los verbos. Tenemos varios verbos que no se usan nunca ing form. Like es uno de ellos. Puede ser like, puede ser want, puede ser contain, que contiene. It can be what other verb? Love. Yeah, it can be well, I'm enjoying saying hate, the opposite of love, hate. Todos esos verbos, all those verbs, never ing. Never. Nunca. So he doesn't like flying. As simple as that. Number 7, which one?
Second.
Second.
Number 2.
Why second? ¿Por qué second?
Jet solamente se usa al final.
Yes, correct. Jet is at the end. Siempre va a ir al final. Correct. Next, finally,
The second.
second. ¿Con dudar o sin dudar? Dudando,
Half.
second.
Second.
Yeah, second, of course.
Porque
Ever.
tiene el half, ¿no?
Sí, exactly. Y aparte, did you ever been? No, no puedo usar did you ever been. It's not correct. Okay, perfect. Hopefully, you remember this. Yeah, remember this. So let's go to this part. We have some explorers. Ya nada más nos va a dar tiempo de leer uno, por lo menos mañana vamos a leer los demás. Reading and listening. Yeah, reading and listening. We have explorers, ancient and modern. What do you know about these explorers? What nationality are they? Why are they famous? Which places did they explore? Do you recognize some of them? Do you recognize some of them?
No.
No.
Just,
No.
Just one only.
I just only.
Christopher Columbus.
So tell me the ones that you know. Por ahí alguien quería participar. Someone.
He's discovered the Americas, no?
Who? What?
Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas.
America, are you sure?
Américas, las Américas. O sea, el continente americano.
Okay.
Neil Armstrong, he went to the moon.
He went to the moon. Okay. Casi no te escuchamos. Yeah, I barely hear you.
Neil Armstrong, he went to the moon.
He went to the moon. What about Leif Erikson? Where
Leif Erikson, I don't know.
where was he from?
I don't remember about.
Okay, he was the first Viking to discover America. Before, a long time before Christopher Columbus, he was the first person to discover America. No, he was in the land called Greenland, Groenlandia, next to Canada. It is like a big island. It is that, and then he went to the U.S. or to Canada. No, some parts of Canada. Before Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was an Italian, but he lived in Spain all his life. He was from Italy. And well, he rediscovered America, no? He went first to Cuba, no? And the Mexican history, luego omite a los mighty, powerful Vikings, yeah. So the Vikings, I don't know from exactly where, maybe he was from Iceland or Norway, but he was one of the first, no, to explore America. Edmund Hillary, well, I don't know much about this guy, but probably he went to the Himalayas mountain. He was the first person to explore that. And we have Neil Armstrong, like Sylvia said, he explored the moon. Then we have some
The first man on the moon.
the first man of the moon, yeah.
12.8. Who is this famous explorer? 1. He was an Italian explorer, but it was the Spanish king who paid for his voyages. He wanted to sail west from Europe, not east like other explorers. He sailed 4 times across the Atlantic Ocean. During his first voyage in 1492, he landed in what we now call America. 2.
He was born in Iceland. His father, Eric the Red, was also an explorer. He was the first European to discover North America many years before Christopher Columbus.
3.
He was an American astronaut who became the first person to walk on the moon. He was the commander of Apollo 11, which landed on the moon on the 20th of July 1969. He and his co-pilot, Buzz Aldrin, spent 2.5 hours walking on the surface.
4.
He was a mountaineer from New Zealand. On the 29th of May 1953, he and Sherpa Tenzing were the first people to climb to the summit of Mount Everest. Some years later, he went overland to the South and North Poles, and so became the first person to reach the poles and Everest.
So it was about Edmund Hillary, no? So let's read the introduction here, the 21st century explorer. Human beings have been to all corners of the world. They have explored land and sea and even walked on the moon. How much more is there for them to explore and experience in the 21st century? The answer is a lot. Human beings are amazing. We have Gary Connery. Please, Brian.
Okay, Gary Connery is 42 and he's a wingsuit flyer, correct?
Wingsuit.
Wingsuit flyer. He has made over 350 jumps from helicopter over 700 30 meters
700
above the earth. He's flown free stroke the higher at 18 heard at 18 mph, 128 kph, and landed without a parachute. He has jumped from the airfield toward Nelson Column, the London Eye Tower Bridge, from inside the Millennium Dome. So what exactly is wingsuit flying? It is the sport of skydiving, but you don't use a parachute to land. And you wear a special suit with high wings on the arms and legs, and you fly for miles like a bird, and finally land on a mountain of cardboard boxes.
Cardboard boxes. Thank you very much. Yes, parachute, wingsuit flying. Gary's lucky sport, Diego, please.
Gary's lucky, the sport he loves is also his work. He has worked in over 100 films as a stuntman. Perhaps you saw him in one of the Indiana Jones or Batman films, or in TV, Sherlock Holmes. But thoroughly, his most famous role has when he played Queen Elizabeth II in the opening ceremony of the
2012.
2012 now. Yes, and flew into the
Olympic Stadium. Okay, guys, so tomorrow we continue reading. All right, so no homework. I'll see you tomorrow.